So guys, here's the finished Wizard of Oz product. Excuse my appearance, but it is 12:15 or something like that in the morning, and it is now Saturday.
My favorite day of the week.
Saturday, and it was just September 11th, and it just turned to September 12th. I want a quick shout out, another remembrance, rest in peace to all the victims of the senseless tragedy of 9/11. I spent 13 years working for the TSA. That was my last job before I lost my job because of my car accident. Rest in peace to all the victims of 9/11/01. So, coming on here today a little bit early because we usually make the vlog on Saturday, you know, before church and all that. So I just wanted to do a quick update on what's going on. I got some good news. A friend of mine that I used to work with at TSA, her brother is a realtor, and he was able to talk to me today, and I was able to talk to a lender, and I got somewhat of pre-approval to buy a house, which is awesome. So we may be able to purchase a home, and when we leave here, go straight to our new home. So it might not be a fancy place or anything because I'm not getting a lot of money for a home loan, but I'm just really excited that I was able to get through the first hurdle of the process for purchasing a home, and I found a couple places I was interested in, so we're going to see how it goes. But in the meantime, you know, just keeping our fingers crossed, and thank God, you know, he's really helped us out with this process because, you know, I've been really overstressed about this whole situation. So yeah, so that's our good news. And then I haven't made a video since Wednesday, right? And I'm so thirsty. I should have got a drink first. I just walked Max, so
Max,
I'm thirsty.
Max says hi, and he walked away.
And I'm back with my usual drink, which is really, really bad. But it's fast to get right now. So the other news is, since we haven't really vlogged lately, oh, by the way, I got some picture frames for our Titanic pictures. Cool. The other news was on Wednesday, the Wednesday that just passed, I believe it was the 9th, September 9th, I had an appointment to get an oil change, and they had to do a recall. It was a tire pressure monitoring system on my car, so that was free. They did a tire rotation and like 4 different services, and it cost me nothing. So that was really awesome. We had our first choir practice for the singing Christmas trees that evening from 7 to 8:30. So by the time we got done with the car situation, it was like 5. So I told Allie, I said, well, let's go and go shopping, you know, like women do, or girls do. And I said, let's go shopping and, you know, waste some time, because it was too far to go from the dealership where I got my oil change all the way back here and then all the way back to church, because church was maybe 15 minutes away from where we were at. So we went to DD's Discounts and got a couple things, and we're walking around, and I told Allie we need to get ready to go because it's getting late, and it was going on 7. So we were going to the checkouts, and all of a sudden I got really, really sweaty and hot, and I had these flashes in my eyes, and you know, I got dizzy and lightheaded and woozy, and I'm like, oh gosh, you know, I'm gonna pass out. I told Allie, and I walked over to a lady that worked there, and I said, I need to sit down. I'm dizzy. I'm gonna pass out. I gotta sit down. So she sent me over to one of those little, those little, what are they, benches or whatever?
Yeah.
Like a bench. And you try on shoes. It has a mirror on the side so you can look at the shoes, and then you sit down on the top of it. She sent me to that because that was the only place to sit down. And I'm sitting there, and I put my head between my legs, And I'm like, I told Allie, I said, I'm gonna pass out. I can tell because I've passed out in the past before, and I know what it feels like before it happens. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, Lord, please don't let me pass out, please. And I told Allie, I said, go tell them to call 911 because I'm feeling really, really bad. I'm gonna pass out. So they ended up calling 911 on my cell phone, and my phone rang after that, and I didn't answer. Obviously, I'm going through a medical emergency, so I'm not going to answer the phone. But anyway, I finally told Allie pick up the phone because they called right back, and it's like, well, they must really need to get a hold of us since they called right back. So Allie picked up the phone. She said it was the firefighters or the paramedics or whatever on the line, and they were trying to find out where we were located. So within not even 5 minutes, it felt like they showed up. So I'm still sitting there ready to pass out, and they come over and they put these heart monitors on me, ask me what's going on. They checked my blood sugar, and they pricked my finger. It was 79, which I don't know if it had went up because I ate some candy when I started feeling dizzy, or if that was the number, because I don't think that's quite too low. But I'm thinking it had to be something with my blood sugar and my blood pressure. So anyway, they did that, and they, checked my blood pressure, and they said that was fine for someone with high blood pressure like me. So basically, I'm sitting there and I'm starting to feel better, but it took a little while. It was like 20 minutes or something, I guess, since the episode happened. So, the guy, the paramedic, starts asking me about my serotonin levels. He said due to your age and your chronic pain issue from my car accident and chronic stress because of having to move and not knowing where to go, that maybe I have very low serotonin levels, which could cause all kinds of haywire with your body. So I was like, well, I've never had them checked, so he gave me a big lecture about serotonin, and his wife went through this, and then they finally left, and I felt good enough to leave. So we got to church at 8 o'clock for an 8:30 ending rehearsal. So we missed 90% of the rehearsal. Although, that's fine because, better late than never. I feel that way because if the devil was trying to keep us away from our rehearsal, then he didn't quite win because we still got there even if it was late. So we did a rehearsal, and after that we went and got some food and came home, and I felt okay. And which leads to the next point. I finally called up my insurance company and told them that I have to have a primary care doctor, because when I went to the hospital that day, they told me that the tests I need are done by primary care doctors. And then I went with the paramedics. They said you really need to get these tests done to diagnose what's wrong with you. So
Max, are you a piggy?
I called up and told them I have to have a primary care doctor. So they pretty much recommended the one that's closest to me, which they might not be when we move, but they recommended it's a Chinese man. His name is Sony. He's actually internal medicine, which is probably even better for what's going on with all my symptoms. So I got the primary care doctor. However, they close at 1 o'clock on Fridays, and it was 4:30 the time I called the office, so I wasn't able to get through to get an appointment. But next week I'm going to work on that, along with trying to find houses for us to move to. Other than that, we have a couple shout outs to subscribers, but I don't have their information right here in front of me. One is named Emma, and there was one other person that we got this week, and I'll put her name below since I don't have my phone with me in here. I don't know where my phone is, probably in my room. So anyway, shout out to the new subscribers, and thanks for watching. Welcome to our channel. We pretty much don't have a schedule. It's just whenever we make a video, we make a video. So, but we will be filming more later on today because it is Saturday, and if you watch our channel any length of time, you know that we film every Saturday, even if we're not doing nothing. And the dog ate all his food.
Max, you pig.
So, that being said, I'm trying to think.
Max, where you going?
My grandmother was in the hospital, but I haven't heard any more about that, so hopefully she's all getting taken care of. Other than that, my son's birthday is on the 17th, which is next Thursday, and he'll be 21 years old. Woo! Big 21. Of course, I'm not going to see him because of that. Oh, that's what else. I think I told you guys we went to see Straight Outta Compton on Sunday, right? Sunday. This past Sunday. You finally seen it? Oh my gosh, did that show up on the camera? Did you hear that? Max just burped.
Yeah, it is on camera. Max!
You pig! Anyway, yeah, Straight Outta Compton. 5 thumbs up out of 5. It was awesome. It was, you know, I was sitting there bobbing my head and singing, and you know, it just took me back to that year, you know, back in the 80s and 90s. That's when, you know, I was at my prime, late teens, early 20s, so that was my time of my life, you know. So it was really, really good. The acting was really good. If you didn't know, Ice Cube's son, O'Shea Jackson Jr., plays his father. So in certain parts where he would be doing the rapping and stuff, he would actually look like Ice Cube, so that was really cool. But yeah, excellent job on the movie. Directing, acting, everything was awesome. I hope they get some awards for that movie because it was just that good. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out because it's definitely worth paying to see in the theaters.
Huh.
Yes?
Remember these? I found a hat that says Compton.
Yeah, she found a cap at DD's that said Compton, just like
I want that hat though.
It was Ice Cube was wearing it, right? Or was it Dre? I think it was Ice Cube. But yeah, so excellent movie, and Allie can second that. My son really, really loved it. He just thought it was the best thing ever. So Allie, you wanna, you know, holler your opinion of the movie?
Over 9,000. You don't get it, don't you? I'm kidding.
No, I don't.
I said it was really good.
Over 9,000, really good. Alright, there you have it. You got 3.
Now Max is trying to drink all this water now.
Triple thumbs up for the movie. It was awesome. I think the next movie I want to go see is the 90 Seconds of Heaven or something like that.
Hi.
But yeah, so that won't be till next weekend because we have church this weekend, Saturday, today, and then Sunday. I'm going to a Mary Kay party, and a friend I used to work with at the airport, she's a Mary Kay consultant, so she's going to use my face in her portfolio. So she's going to put all the makeup on me and then take pictures of before and afters for her portfolio. So that's going to be cool. I'm going to feel like a model or something on that day. That's at 7 o'clock on Sunday night. We're going to her house for that.
Mom?
Yes.
Max is hi.
Yeah. So yeah, so he already said
Hi, Max. Hi.
So yeah, that's all for now. I think I've updated on pretty much everything for now. Now I won't have nothing to talk about later today. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on because I did make a video update about when we found out that we had to move. So I just wanted to let you guys know everything's going well, and it's great to have the favor and blessings from God because without Him, this probably wouldn't be happening right now. So I'm going to get off here since it is going on 12:30 if it's not already, and see if I can upload this really quick and all that so I'm not behind on videos. So as always, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, thumbs up, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you later today.